Hello everyone, this is the Marstory History Book Tag, the history book tag for the month of March. And as per Bill Rittenberg talked about when he was doing the February history book tag, and was kind enough to mention me in that. I can say that that was my general broad intention to perhaps do something every month, something reasonably regular. Don't know why. Not quite sure why. Just somehow or other, kind of link it to various things historical. I think probably lots of our days, lots of the days of the week, and lots of the months of the year are kind of basically Roman. So particularly relevant anyway to Q1 of Historathon 2025. So anyway, the tag involves 5 questions, and the last 2 have some prompts, some sort of challenging prompts. So kind of stay with it, I think probably is the order of the day. So beforehand, however, in addition to the month of March, the word mastery might also bring to mind Minerva Day, and therefore I have a little plug for my video that I did about Minerva Day last year. Meantime, however, the word mastery clearly has all sorts of possible possibilities, naturally enough, human possibilities, as found in the pages of history, that there is human nature, and part of that nature, however, is something to do with a reason, and that there is a Platonic philosopher king, which is clearly early written evidence of that human thought and reason. But more recently, there is the Tears for Fears hit record from 1985, which is 40 years ago now. Everybody wants to rule the world. Yeah. So, a further historical connotation of the month of March is the noun of the word March, which is a boundary or border, and specifically with respect to the British Isles, a border district, which we encounter on the English-Welsh and English-Scottish border, or march. There are, of course, border districts all over the world. The Times reported in February 1889, quote, "The frontiers of Dakota, Montana, and Washington march with the Canadian Dominion." And back in England, and in a much earlier period, one Lord Berners in 1530 referred to this earldom that marched a duchy. And earlier still, there is a quote from 1377. "Here money and merchandise marchen." The actual name of March comes from, as you may know, Martius or Martius, the first month of the earliest Roman calendar. It was named after Mars, the Roman god of war, and an ancestor of the Roman people through his sons, Romulus and Remus. The beginning of the year in the month Martius was, among other things, for the Romans, the beginning of the season of warfare. In addition to Quinquatria, celebrating Minerva, March in classical Rome also involved the Matronalia, which was a festival celebrating Juno Lucina, the goddess of childbirth, Juno who brings children into the world, and also of motherhood and women in general. There was also the Equaria, which were two ancient Roman festivals of chariot racing, or perhaps horseback racing, that were held in honor of the god Mars. So that's a little bit about March. The questions. Question number 1. What is the most important history book you have read in March? And for me, that is this one. Yep. And perhaps I'll hold it there for a little while. Question number 2. What did you make of it? And what I made of it is to kind of encapsulate all my thoughts lots in sort of one. I think it's just a little bit ponderous, if truth be told. It sort of kind of it seems to imply that it's making some kind of quite deep or some sort of serious comments, and has some serious and perhaps deep things to say about various points from time to time across the course of the book. But that it sort of kind of seems restrained in some way. Perhaps it seems to have either difficulty getting to the point, or the point being is that we are supposed to bring ourselves and a certain amount of knowledge about classical Rome to the text. And we have to be prepared to do a bit of thinking. It seems almost as if it's we need to sort of kind of dip beneath the surface, as it were, and think through what it's actually saying. So I guess I can sort of summarize that by saying it's a kind of a bit of a thinker's kind of book, I guess. It demands a certain amount of thought. Anyway, so yeah, and it is very good as well. Obviously, it's bound to be. I mean, it's by Mary Beard, John North, and Simon Price, and these are all various Cambridge and Oxford dons of one sort or another. So yeah, I'll put that down. Question number 3. What is your next planned read? And for me, I will try and read some more Aristotle before Q2 of Historiathon 2025 begins. Question number 4, and the prompt for this is second chances. March is the beginning of the year in an older world than ours. If you could start the reading year again, how would you go about it? So for me, I wouldn't, in short, because I had a very good January for me anyway. February and March have been a little bit slower, but that is kind of partly due to work commitments. So I kind of haven't got many regrets. I mean, I don't have any regrets really, but yeah, I could have done better February and March. So yeah, you can put that on my report card, I guess. Anyway, question number 5, the prompts, innovation and tradition. Experiments in reading may have turned out enlightening in the past. So, do you have any innovations in mind that you might have been thinking about, or will your reading adhere to a more traditional schema this year? So, for me, I made a sharp left turn into ancient religion this year, which has provided some surprising perspectives. It began in Mesopotamia and has advanced into the Greek and then Roman worlds. For example, Polybius made a case for the success and strength of the Romans as against the Greeks, as having derived to a significant extent from their religious customs. As it says in here, he was impressed by the care and scrupulousness, that's one too many nesses, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, of the handling of these matters, and that the magistrates or elite classes could be relied upon to keep the sacred oaths that they took, and that the Greek weakness lay in the decline of popular belief, which had in turn led to a decline in the social order. Well, that's the tag, and there's some little few thoughts and comments from the pages of history. So, bye for now.